Right, so today we have an update on a situation that I didn't think we'd ever be speaking about again, but it's a big update. Because if you've been on this channel for quite some time, or you've just been interested in this type of content for quite some time from other creators, you might be aware of the OkBaby situation. You know, that's where the worst ever breakup video came from, this one right here. Well, actually, one of the people who was completely fucked over in this situation, Hannah, has recently posted a video addressing everything. And we will get to that video a little bit later, but first of all, let me give you a timeline of what happened here, because there's quite a lot to get through. So like I just mentioned, this all started when the worst ever breakup video was posted to YouTube, and here's some of the worst parts.
I've done nothing. Like, besides some attitude here and there. And comforting another guy because he was sad.
Yeah, so in case you actually have no idea about what's going on here, the general consensus is that Oscar, this guy right here, is a lovely bloke. Kyra, on the other hand, people don't seem to think so. And the general vibe of this video is, first of all, something has clearly happened behind the scenes because Oscar kind of hinted it a few times. But second of all, Kyra seems to be much happier about this breakup video than Oscar is.
Please clarify that I wasn't cheating.
Yeah, you weren't cheating.
People will dig into
You
that.
did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown cheating, but it was definitely lines
Oscar, I'm not
shouldn't have
keeping
crossed.
being dramatic. Nobody, cheated. Nobody,
Feelings were hurt, though.
Yeah, she is really trying to get this point across. Like, please tell him I didn't cheat. And you can tell, even though Oscar isn't saying specifics here, and he's still trying to, defend Kyra ever so slightly, there's clearly something that's bothering him here. Now, that does become a lot more clear as we get through the timeline.
Telling me, hey, I think you should sleep with someone. What? First of all, I wouldn't even know how to go about that.
I don't know, guys, I feel like they just, need that. Oscar and I haven't slept together in some time.
Yep.
And I get to keep the ring, because a ring is a gift, and if he thinks he could take it away from me, he would be without a
I actually...
right person, wrong time.
Maybe.
What's the wrong time for everyone? You hope so.
I mean, what a fucking horrible thing to say to someone who's clearly hurting in this breakup, to say it's the right person at the wrong time, but the wrong time's forever. Don't get your hopes up. You can see why this went down as the worst breakup video ever, and it's mainly because of Kyra. She came across really badly in it. But it's at this point that I need to introduce you to a couple more people who are very important to this story. So obviously we have Oscar and Kyra, who were engaged, have children together, live together, have this whole family together, and have now clearly broke up. And then we also have Hannah and Preston. Here's a picture of them right here. It's bad quality because it's an archive, it's been deleted, for obvious reasons that we'll get to. But these two, I believe, were married, and in fact, the four of them were actually quite close. As we can see here, Hannah and Kyra actually had a podcast together called Beneath the Sheets. And the last ever episode of this was uploaded in March of 2022. Now, the dates throughout this are very important because it really just put into perspective just how fast all of this stuff happened. Now, Kyra and Oscar did end up making a couple more videos together when they were ending the channel, and it became very clear that Kyra was definitely more concerned about the channel ending, that they're gonna have to separate the channels, than the actual breakup itself.
As I'm sure you guys can imagine, that can be very difficult going through this. Regardless of having other channels, I keep telling myself that it's okay because of that. It's this. I don't know.
I mean, you can imagine what Oscar's thinking at this point. Are you really more bothered about the channel than me? But this is where we found out that this wasn't the only breakup that was happening. In fact, Hannah and Preston were also going through a divorce, and I believe it was filed in April and made official in June. So again, this is all happening very close to each other. And like I mentioned before, and I need to make this very clear, the four of them were very close. They did podcasts together. Here's an image of the four of them doing a podcast together. They were clearly in a close friendship group here. They even did other videos together, as we can see right here. But with this image in particular, and a few times throughout this video, people are starting to put two and two together and assuming that Kyra and Preston were texting behind the other two's back in this video. Obviously, they might just be on the phone. We don't know that, but that's kind of the assumption that a lot of people have made, bearing in mind everything that we're about to talk about. But yeah, look, you can already tell what's about to happen here, right? In April of this same year, Kyra and Preston end up going to Vegas together. We get this image right here, where it's clearly a very coupley type picture. But then on this same trip to Vegas, some text messages got leaked where someone was speaking to Kyra about arranging a threesome with her and Preston in Vegas. But even though people started putting two and two together, Kyra was clearly trying to make this private. She was posting pictures like this around Christmas time, where you can see that there's 5 stockings for her and her 4 kids. But then in her YouTube video in the background, you could see there was actually 6 stockings, obviously 1 for Preston. And then because Kyra was getting more and more hate, which, I mean, is understandable, right? It was very clear from the breakup video, it seemed like there was another guy involved. We've now found out it was Preston, who's not just another guy, it's actually Kyra's best friend's husband. It's a crazy situation. So with the hate building up, she then responded on Instagram. In this first story, she goes for a few points, the main one being that she says that she didn't cheat on Oscar, they just had a ton of problems in the relationship. In the second story, she goes on to say that Hannah and I are no longer friends, although I truly love her and think she's one of the best people to ever walk this planet. She thinks Hannah is one of the best people to ever walk this planet, but then is now, spoiler alert, marrying and having a baby with her husband. She then goes on the top of the breakup video, says she was hiding her emotions, and then says, I am dating Preston and we have been seeing each other since March of this year. Sometimes friends that are there for you in tough situations turn into more. Now the reason why that date is crazy to think about is because Hannah was posting pictures to Instagram with her wedding ring still on in February, which of course insinuates to a lot of people that Kyra waited a month at the very most after this breakup. And again, it's not just a random breakup, right? It's her best friend's breakup. And also, just to make the date seem even more wild, remember the last podcast that they uploaded together, Hannah and Kyra, was in March. The same month. I mean, it really does make it seem as if there was a crossover, and if there wasn't, it was very quick. But yeah, like I said before, Kyra and Preston end up getting married. Here's a picture of them in their wedding attire. They also just announced that they're having a baby together 3 weeks ago. As you can imagine, with everything we've spoke about, the comments aren't exactly great. We got comments like this saying, no one's happy for you. Yeah, this is just wrong. Won't say congrats because it feels wrong, but I really hope the baby is healthy. But yeah, she's still clearly getting a lot of hate, and as much as I don't agree with people sending like hateful messages to anyone online or anything like that, I can see where people are coming from in terms of being angry at her. I just don't feel like they need to vocalize it to her, you know? But this is where we get to the newest part in this story, because Hannah Hawker, who is obviously Preston's ex-wife, has now made a video talking about it, and she's kind of being a bit silent about this. She's posted like a few little stories here and there, but nothing too crazy. Now, before we get into the video itself, because it's got like an AI voice over it, it's not actually her talking, I do just want to show this message right here, where Hannah's new boyfriend or husband, I'm not sure if they're married, but he actually confirmed himself that it was Hannah who posted this video, so that's just important to note. Now the video starts off with these voices in the background talking. I don't know if it's Hannah and Kyra talking about it. I'm assuming it is. It might just be like a famous clip that I'm not aware of, but this is the clip that it starts off with.
To me, when I think of like I think of like Homewrecker. That is what to me, that is somebody who deserves all the shaming in the world. Even not happy. Like, if they're not happy in a relationship, that is not your job, Miss Sophie, to swoop in and try to fuck the guy till he figures it out. Like, no, that's not good either. Not it. Yeah, you need like. That is a different type of situation.
Yeah, I don't think it takes a genius to work out who that's about, does it? But yeah, as the video carries on, like I said, there's like an AI voice in the background, so instead of the AI voice, I thought I may as well just read it myself. So it seems like what's just written here is meant to be in the same like rhythm as like Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar. I'm not going to rap it, okay? That's not happening. Her follower count getting neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The family vlogger we once knew is looking desperate and now spiraling. Moving just like a charlatan. Selling lies, it's giving disgraceful. Why educate? You're not educated. Pregnancy, you're on the angle. Yeah, I mean, again, doesn't take a genius to figure out who this is about. She's talking about how Kyra's follower count is getting neutralized. She's only been watching silence, which she kind of has been like since this. The family vlogger we once knew was looking desperate and now spiraling. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I mentioned that before. She does like family vlogs where she shows her kids. She's one of them. Fabricating stories on the family channel when you hurt Mr. Morales. Now, Mr. Morales is Oscar, and she's saying that she's been fabricating lies on the family channel. She addresses like this situation very bluntly, like every now and then, just very short and sweet. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people have picked out a lot of lies throughout it. A pathetic master manipulator. I've kept quiet for a while. You're not an influencer, you're a homewrecker. With the hope of being accepted, Hannah Hawker stood out, girl code, never been in your collection. They make vlogs that satisfy them. You make vlogs that terrify them. You doubled down on that crime, lacked a spine, took advantage of my kindness. I know you're a master manipulator and a habitual liar too. Reddit may tell lies about me, but they do tell truths about you. Yet again, I don't think it takes a genius to figure out that Reddit does not like Kyra in the slightest. I believe it was actually on Reddit where they figured out this whole stuff with Kyra originally, you know, with like Preston, where they were trying to keep it a secret, but didn't really do a good job of it. So who knows how long it would have took for them to actually talk about it publicly if people didn't figure it out. Because realistically, I assume they would have kept it a secret for ages, so it didn't seem like there was a crossover when now it really does seem like there was, or it was very quick. How's my cat and the money you make off my back? Yeah, I'm assuming like Preston and Hannah had a cat together, and now Kyra and Preston have it. That's what I'm assuming from that. Everybody want to play happy till they get dumped by my throwaway. And you can do a live a day, once a fake, always a fake. Oh, you thought the money, the power, and the fame would make me go away? Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, bitch, let's play. Have you ever been betrayed, lied to with a poker face? Have you ever lost 20,000 because of a basket case? Well, I have, and replaced them both, so I came out straight. Yeah, I think what this is actually showing more than anything is that it's not just a partner and a husband that Hannah lost throughout this. It's money too, right? A lot of their business was online together. I mean, just for example, we just spoke about a podcast that they used to have together. And what this also insinuates is that it wasn't anything like what Kyra was trying to make it out to be, right? Like just her and Preston got together because they were both hurting and it turned out to be more. She's saying right here, have you ever been betrayed and lied to with a poker face? Like, again, really does make it seem as if there's a crossover. P Daddy a loser, you're having his junior. They must have forgot the shit that they've done. Dipshit starting a family, watch it get shaky. Feel bad for your son. Obviously talk about the pregnancy here. There's then his next line which says, somebody told me that you got a ring. Was it me you were trying to upstage? I should sit back and let a Canadian podcaster put you in your place. I think... could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she was talking about the Dad Challenge podcast, who's done a lot of videos talk about this situation. So I think that's what she's referencing here. No need to get personal, stayed away. You should really keep it that way. I know some shit about bitches that would make Reddit want to faint. Okay, so she's saying she knows a lot more information that's not made public yet. Who knows if that will be made public? I'm sure Reddit would love that. How many more fake fairy tales about your life till we've had enough? How many more pregnancies until you finally feel that you're mum enough? Bloody hell. They liked Kyra on OkBaby. They don't like Kyra when she acts rough. You're gonna make a bitch bring the past up. You remember Kyla was really trash or something? I'm not 100% sure what she's referencing there. Please let me know if you do. Finding myself, you know nothing about that. Fostering a healthy relationship, you know nothing about that. Having honesty, integrity, discipline. Listen, bitch, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and considering what others are feeling, you don't know nothing about that. I mean, fuck it. She is not holding back, to say the least. And there's a few more slides I didn't show, so if you do want to see the full thing, it's on her TikTok account called Hannah Hawker1. But she does end it saying, XOXO, your friend from the past. And then also has this slide saying, as some of you may know, I have a few matching tattoos that were once symbols of friendship, but now serve as painful reminders of betrayal and heartache. While those memories hold significance, they're ones I'm ready to release and distance myself from. Covering up these tattoos isn't just about a physical transformation, it's about reclaiming my story and letting go of a chapter that no longer serves me. It's about finding closure and moving forward with intention and positivity. I just want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for the incredible support I've received along this journey. Your encouragement and kindness have been a lifeline through some very dark times. A dollar donation would be more than just financial support, it would be a vote of confidence and a chance for us to be part of something much bigger together. Every donation will directly contribute to my cover-up process. Anything beyond my goal will go towards clearing credit card debt and addressing accumulated student loans impacted by this trauma. If you're unable to donate, simply sharing this campaign would mean the world to me. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for your continued support as I embrace this new chapter, link in description and bio. And as we can see, here's the GoFundMe. She had a goal for $400. She has now raised over $1,500, which is great to see. I'm assuming the $400 is for the cover-up. Anything over that is obviously for debt that she says that she's accumulated. So if you do want to donate, that's obviously on her TikTok account too. And yeah, I'm just glad to see that she's getting support because she's been through a very shit situation right here by someone who done some horrible, horrible things that I can't imagine the thought process of in the single slightest. I don't know how she thought she would be able to do it and not get this type of backlash. Kyra hasn't responded from what I can tell right now. Who knows if she will? Like, what can she really say at this point? But either way, I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video. Obviously, more specifically with the new update that we have with this new response. And yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.